Hi, welcome back to Framations. I am with our guest artist, Linda Abernathy. Linda has all these beautiful abstractions of landscapes behind me that are gorgeous. There's probably at least, how many are in the show, Linda?
Didn't count.
I
Actually,
didn't count.
that's
I know there's probably at least a couple dozen in the show. They're just gorgeous. So you have to come in and see the show. It runs through January 3rd. So Linda, what inspired you to create these?
Well, I always like color and I like texture. And so with doing the abstract, they focused on really trying to bring out different colors and looking at nature and just how nature forms and trying to bring out the colors of nature into the paintings. I've been able to achieve it with a little bit different technique. It is oil paintings, but some of them are just in oils on canvas, and then some of them I add cold wax mixture to the oil paints.
Okay.
And the advantage to that is it allows you to kind of blend the colors right on the canvas. And so as you're painting, you're kind of blending the colors and seeing, you put layers of colors on the canvas and then kind of scrape away. On those, I don't use a paintbrush. So what I'm using is actually different tools, painting tools, scrapers. They have kind of a long blade on it, and then you can scrape the paintings. You can take away some, you can add more colors, and just allow the image to emerge onto the canvas itself.
Well, they're beautiful. You did a phenomenal job getting the show together. Very cohesive, beautiful show. Definitely a must-see in person, because two-dimensional video does not do them justice. You really got to see the texture of everything in person to really get a great feel for the artwork. So what got you started painting?
Well, I've always enjoyed art and I've always enjoyed painting, and I was trying to think back of, well, when did I really start painting? And I remember when I was 9 years old and I asked for a paint set, and I asked for a canvas and to have an easel. And so that Christmas I did receive all those. In fact, I got a really nice kit that was Grumbucker's oils. You know, those are really nice oils, and I was 9 years old. I did not know what I was doing with that, but my dad had bought those things for me, so it was a great way to just get started, and I dabbled with it on my own. I didn't really have any lessons. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest with you, but my father died that next summer, and so that was kind of my last Christmas with him. So then those oil paints became very special to me, and I've kept them. And you know, years later, after I finished college and I was married, I started getting a little more serious with using the oil paints and learning about it. Took a few classes at different community centers and just started painting, and it's been nice to be able to keep with it throughout the years while I was working, but a lot of times I didn't have as much time to devote to painting. Now I'm kind of in that retirement phase, and I still work part-time, but I've retired from my full-time job, and I have more time to paint, and I really just enjoy the experience. It's expressing yourself on a canvas, it's sending a message to other people. That's how I look at the art. And to be honest with you, it's a time for myself, to treat myself, to have that time to just explore what I enjoy doing.
Wow. Yeah, so often in these interviews, the guiding factor for most of the artists when they were little were their parents, you know, and getting them started. And, you know, were either of your parents artists also?
No one seemed to be that interested in art, and as I mentioned, I kind of lost my father at a young age. And my mom, she enjoys art, seeing it, but she really didn't produce any art very much. My son, though, is an artist also, and he's an animator in California. So he's kind of, there must be something that's in the family.
That's passing down in those
exactly.
days.
So he's always enjoyed it too, and he went the route of the computer animation and video, and so he has a very good job in California doing that. So it was fun to work with him as he was growing up, and we could explore art together. And so we would always do some little, painting together or different exposures together. And that was really fun to be able to share my love for painting with him too.
Well, that's fantastic, and I'm sure one of these days he'll probably pass that love of art down another generation.
We hope so.
I hope so.
My little granddaughter's 2.5, and she loves to paint already, so she
Aw.
loves the finger paints. And I have another granddaughter too, and she is very talented, and she has done a lot of art in school now. She's not taking it in college. She's in college right now, but she did very well in her classes and was actually selling paintings while she was in high school.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of a trend that we've started.
Just a little bit. And you're super involved in the art community here in the St. Louis area too, aren't you?
I am. I'm serving as the Vice President of Greater St. Louis Artists, and I'm also a member of the Jefferson County Art Guild. And that's a great way to be able to talk with other artists, to be able to get information about what's available here in St. Louis. St. Louis is a very vibrant art community. I am so excited to be here. We lived in Iowa for about 27 years when my husband was working up there, and so St. Louis is our home, and we moved back home. And so it was exciting to see that there was such a community of artists in this area. And I'm happy to be part of that, and I'm happy to have experienced a lot of great opportunities. There's a lot of good galleries and options for artists too in this community. So if you're at all interested, seek out those opportunities.
And now, are you showing your art other places besides Framations right now?
Right now, I actually have some pieces in several different venues. I have 2 of my paintings were accepted. This is in Herman, Missouri, and it's the gallery that's in the library there in Herman, and they started doing exhibits about a year ago, so I think this is maybe their second exhibit that they have had at the library, and that's called Rivers. And so that's a beautiful venue there. If you get a chance and go to Herman, Missouri, take a look at that gallery library. And that's the one thing that is nice about that is a certain percentage of the sales go back to support the library. So as artists, if we sell any of the paintings that are in the exhibit, then that will help contribute to the library too, which I thought was a great idea.
Great
it's a
cause.
great way to do that.
Yeah.
And then I have another couple of pieces. I have 3 paintings that were accepted in the Angad Arts Hotel exhibit, the 12 by 12 exhibit. So Angad Art Hotel is located kind of catty corner from the Fox Theater, and they do on a regular basis every 6 months they do new exhibits, and they bring artist work in to the hotel, and so they have it all around the hotel. It's a beautiful venue. It's a beautiful hotel, and so that was exciting to be accepted into that venue also. And then I also have a few paintings at a restaurant that's on Thurman. It's on Shenandoah and Thurman, and it's called the Gallery Pub. And so they have exhibits. This is pop-up color exhibit that I have some of my work. I have about 8 pieces in that exhibit too. And so they have that in the restaurant available for sale for anyone who is interested.
Very cool. You're getting all around town there.
It seemed to be a busy time for me all of a sudden. I submitted my work into a few places and gotten a lot of acceptances, so I've been very excited.
Are you online also? You can
I
people
do.
see your work online?
I do. I have an online website. It's www.lkacreativeart.com. that you can see quite a few of my pieces in that. It goes into what's called Fine Arts America, and within Fine Arts America you can order any of the, if you want to get prints, if you want to get cards, if you want to get something, one of the art pieces printed on a shirt, a towel, a handbag. They will print it on just about anything.
Just about anything.
And then they do have a way for you to be able to contact me directly if you want any of the original art pieces. Some have sold, and it'll show which pieces are still available for sale and which pieces of the originals have already sold.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I will definitely put a link in the description box below so you can go to Linda's Fine Art America website and see more of her work and put it on a t-shirt. Wear it around town.
And I also have a Facebook page too, so Linda Abernathy Art. If you search on that, you should be able to find
Awesome.
that
We'll
too.
add a link for that too. Looking at the artwork online is not the same as seeing it in person. So if you're in St. Charles area, make sure that you come in and check out Linda's show live, because it really does add a lot to view art in person. So it's been a nice chatting with you, Linda. Anything
thank you.
you want to throw out there?
Well, I just brought in a new piece, which is this one here, Cascading Waterfalls number 5. Now this is in a series of 5 other waterfalls. And I've gotten inspired by going to Branson, Missouri. I don't know if any of you have been to Branson, Missouri, but they have some beautiful waterfalls. I took a lot of photos at Dogwood Canyon, and it inspired me to do some of the waterfall paintings too.
Awesome. All right. Well, until next time, get creative, do some art, view some art, see some art, and we'll chat later.
Bye-bye.